voice
Yes or
is
no?
shaking and you're raising your voice.
Yes or no?
You need to relax, okay?
Okay, I'm relaxed.
Let me start with the fact that the city attorney went through a very detailed analysis of the legality of this, and that these are free speech contributions. To suggest it's not a free speech contribution is just incorrect. It's not a correct statement of the law. This is a free speech issue.
Not
And
if
I
they're
think
giving
that
the
he
money
out-
because they're afraid
he
of
outlined-
retaliation.
Commissioner Tobin, let him speak.
I didn't
Let him
interrupt
speak
you.
again. All right.
I didn't interrupt you. And so, speaking about this issue as a general matter, I spoke before the Breakfast Club a couple days ago and went over the whole issue in detail. And it comes down to a lot of different potential impacts this has. Restricting it is just not possible under state statute or the U.S. Constitution and the Supreme Court's interpretation of it. So what are you left with? Well, for transparency purposes, so everybody knows who's giving what to where, the most legal, best possible result is that you require the elected officials to report exactly who they are raising money for when it's a PAC. I don't know that it'd be constitutional to require that if it was another elected official, like if you said, I'm raising money for the President of the United States. I don't know that you could do that. I think you get into some pretty big issues there. But if somebody's raising money for a political committee, I think that we should require that the elected official report, file a document with the city that they're raising money for a political committee. And to answer your question, as I stated at the Breakfast Club, yes, there's nothing untoward about raising money for a political committee. So
You're saying, yes, you and the mayor are calling people up asking
I
for
said
campaign
yes,
contributions?
I have, but you know
No,
what does
you
that
and
have
the
to
mayor.
do with
You-
anything? You
because
need to
it's
listen.
for
You need to stop.
transparency-
You need to
for
stop.
transparency
Commissioner
purposes.
Tobin,
Commissioner Tobin,
really,
relax.
you need to stop. You know, all of a sudden,
You know.
you've become the king of all ethics issues, and I think that really you need to take a look in the mirror when you're the one who failed an ethics exam when you tried to get a job with the police department. So I think that
it's being honest.
It's the
Yeah,
truth.
it is being honest. I mean, let's be honest.
So are you
So-
and the mayor calling
Commissioner
people up
Tobin,
asking for
Commissioner
big
Tobin,
money? That's all.
I've
I'm
answered the question. I think
let's be productive here, okay?
Let's
the
be
city
productive.
attorney, the city attorney's given us his thoughts. Let's come up with some ideas to
We
make
cannot-
it more transparent, and let's move
and
forward.
I think that I've given a very fair proposition.
Yeah.
Very fair proposition that I would hope that my colleagues would support.
So will
We
you
should
stop-
require
Let's-
we should
hold on.
require that we should
Every
require
elected
that every
official-
elected official that is raising money for a political committee report that on the website so that the voters can take a look at the website and to the elected official who they're raising money for, and they can go to the website and they can see who's contributed, and they can make an assessment for their own self to see whether